Hello everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of TheMovieWizard.com, and let's talk about The Little Prince. For those who are unaware, today, March 18th, 2016, an animated movie called The Little Prince was supposed to be released. It was directed by legendary animator Mark Osborne, maybe not legendary, but at least very good director Mark Osborne, and it was a unique combination of 3D animation and stop motion, which also was said to bring some new visual brilliance to the 3D format. So when I said 3D the first time, I meant computer animation, really. Computer animation combined with stop motion, all mixed in with a 3D effect. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Anyway, Paramount was supposed to release the movie today. However, last week, suddenly and without warning and without explanation, Paramount canceled those releases. So, the movie is not in theaters today. And, of course, we don't know why Paramount dropped the release. Even the directors haven't been very clear. They just promised it's coming later this year. So, we had to wait, but we assumed someone would pick it up. And ironically, today, on the day it was supposed to be in theaters, we actually did get confirmation that a new distributor has picked it up. And it is the worst possible thing that could have happened to this movie, because the distributor who have picked it up is Netflix. And I want to stress right now, I have nothing against Netflix personally. Netflix has done some really good things. I mean, not only did they get rid of an antiquated rental system, not only have they brought us some really good television shows, not only are they saving shows like Arrested Development and potentially Young Justice that should probably not have been canceled in the first place. So I have nothing against Netflix. However, for this movie, this was not good news. This is not good news. Now, granted, I should put, full disclosure, all we know is that Netflix picked up the movie. We have no idea how they plan to release it. No idea. But we can take a pretty good guess. Here's the thing. The reason this is so bad for The Little Prince is because I'm going to say I'm 95% certain that the movie's not going to be in theaters. And if it is in theaters, it's going to be in very, very few theaters. It's going to go online, because that's why Netflix buys original content and makes original content, is to put it on their video streaming service, not in the theaters. And the reason that's bad is because The Little Prince was made with the theaters in mind. It was made with the bigger screen in mind. And to shrink it down, right from the get-go, without giving people the chance to see it on the big screen, that is an artistic compromise on the movie that I do not want to see happen. Here's the other thing. Even if it does get a little bit of a limited theatrical run, I believe one of the big elements, which is the 3D, will probably not be there. I mean, if you look at the posters, it promises real D3D. I hear it was shot in 3D. It was made with the 3D in mind. It's not going to be in 3D on Netflix. It probably won't be in 3D in the few theaters it goes to, if in fact it goes to the theaters at all. It's just, that's taken away a huge thing. So that's probably going to be gone. And on a third, probably less important, but, worth mentioning, is that any chances this movie might have had for getting an Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Feature, it's probably gone now. Because the Academy, with the exception of the documentary committee, because, most people watch documentaries on DVD anyway, let's be honest, the Academy does not want to embrace Netflix. They don't want to embrace this mostly streaming avenue. Little Prince might get a couple theatrical screenings to qualify for the Best Animated Feature Oscar. That's the only reason I think we'd get it at all, is to qualify for it. But even if it qualifies, the Academy will say no, because it's an internet movie. It's not a theatrical movie at that point, or not anymore. And make no mistake, when the Academy didn't nominate Beasts of No Nation for any award, including the much-deserved Idris Elba for supporting actor, it wasn't because they were racist. It was because the movie was being watched on computer screens. That's why they didn't nominate it. So I understand that Paramount kind of put the filmmakers in a precarious situation because they got... The thing is, these filmmakers, this is not an easy movie to get funded. Like, The Little Prince is not going to be like a grand opening. It's not going to make Zootopia numbers. It's definitely very artistic in its approach. So it was on the promise of theatrical distribution in America. And that's why they even got like Jeff Bridges and Rachel McAdams, many other talented actors to voice the dub, because the people who were helping fund it were... That might force Netflix's hand to give it a bigger theatrical push, but I doubt it would. When Paramount dropped them, now, thankfully the movie was finished, so they still had a movie, but they need to make their money back somehow. And I really wish I knew why Paramount dropped it. This would help so much. I think they dropped it because they realized it was not going to do Zootopia numbers. But, and basically, with the exception of maybe GKIDS, I can't see anyone else paying a lot of money to release this thing or acquiring the rights. And chances are Netflix offered offered Mark Osborne and his producers more money for this than GKIDS did, if GKIDS were on the table at all. And you know what? You gotta sell the movie. I mean, that's life. That's the business world. So they sold Netflix the movie, and now Netflix has it. And again, I want to stress, no plans have been made. We just know Netflix has the movie. But knowing what Netflix does and knowing how they release their movies gives me great concern. Great concern. I have a strong feeling that we're not going to get to see the movie in theaters. Most people won't, at the very least. We most likely will not see it in 3D. I'm pretty sure Netflix has the ability to stream it in 3D, but they probably won't bother because, theaters is the only place where 3D seems to really connect with people. 3D at home, people don't care as much. I mean, I do, but I'm in a small minority. So, and a movie like this, it shouldn't be forced to stick to a small screen. It shouldn't. It should be in theaters. So this is just depressing. This is just so very depressing. If anyone from Netflix is watching this, please keep in mind, I don't hate your company. I still have a Netflix subscription. I don't plan to cancel it anytime soon. In fact, I want to even say thank you for at least ensuring that we get to see the movie, unlike, say, Underdogs, which had its theatrical release canceled like a week before it was supposed to be released last year, and we still have yet to see it. So, silver lining, we're going to see The Little Prince one way or the other. I'm just totally bummed because if it gets released the way I think it's going to get released, it's going to be a gimped release, and if the release is gimped, you might as well not have even gotten it at all. Just my opinion. Maybe you have different opinions. I'd like to hear. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, claim responsibly. Have a good one.